Today's topic is logistics and supply chain management. Subject code U18 PLBL 514. I am Satish J, Assistant Professor, Bharat Institute of Law, Bharat Institute of Higher Education and Research, Chennai. Logistics. Logistics is generally the detailed organization and implementation of complex operation in a general business sense. Today, logistics is the management, the flow of things between the point of origin and the point of consumption. In order to meet requirement of customers or corporation. Customer and corporation. Logistics between the customer to logistics. The resource of management in logistics can include the physical distribution of the physical items such as food, materials, animals, equipments, liquids, as well as abstract items such as the items and information. The logistics is used generally for transportation of the physical items such as food, materials, animals, equipments, and liquids, as well as the abstract items. The logistics of physical items usually involves the integration of information flow, material handling, production, packing, inventory, transportation, warehousing, and often security. These are the items involved in logistics of physical items integrated for the material handling, production, and management, and packing and inventory. What is logistics? Logistics is nothing but it is broadly to refer the process of coordinating and moving resources. The people, materials, inventory, and equipments from one location to another location. That is called storage at the desired decision. That is the desired decision. The term logistics organized in the military referring to movement of equipments and supplying the goods one to another point, one place to another place. It is the field, that is called the field. Logistics versus supply chain management. What is logistics? What is supply chain? Logistics and supply chain management are the terms that are often used interchangeably, but they actually refers to aspect of the process. The logistics refers to what happens within one company, including the purchase and delivery of raw materials, packing, shipment, and transportation of goods to the distributor. For example, while the supply chain refers to the large network of outside organizations that work together to deliver the production to the customer. The supply chain management to refer the large network of outside organization to refer the organization to work together for the delivery of the product to the particular customer, including the vendors, transportations, providers, call centers, warehouse providers, and other etc. Next, customer service and logistics. Customer service is a process for providing significant value added benefit to the supply chain process in the cost of efficient way of the customer service. First one, pre-transaction elements. In that customer service, pre-transaction element. The customer service factors that arise prior to the actual transaction taking place. That is called pre-transaction element. Next, transaction element. The transaction element directly related to the physical transaction and are those that are most commonly concerned with the logistics. Pre-transaction element and transaction element. These are the items. Next one, post-transaction element. This involves those elements that occurs after the delivery has taken place. This involves the elements that occurs after the delivery has taken place. Next, pre-transaction element. A written customer service policy. First one, written customer policy. Next, organizational structure. Methods of ordering. Single order contact point. Accessibility of order personnel. Order size constraints. System flexibility. These are the pre-transaction elements. Next, pre-transaction elements. Written customer service policy. Organizational structure, method, single order contact point. Single order contact point. Accessibility of the order person. Order size constraints. System flexibility. Next, transaction elements. What are the conditions of the goods to work for the transaction elements? Condition of goods, inventory availability, order preparation, service, or order cycle system. That is called order cycle time. Delivery alternatives. Delivery time. Very, very important. Delivery time, delivery alternatives, delivery reliability, delivery of complete order. What are the orders to be taken for the customer side? And fulfill the orders. That is delivery of the complete order. Order status information. In the order status information, what are the items the customer to order from the supported side? Next, post-transaction elements. Invoice procedures, invoice accuracy, product tracing or warranty claiming, or return policy, availability of spares. Suppose the parts is damaged, means the availability of spares will be returned or changed of the basis of the warranty claimed by the customer. Call out time, customer complaints or procedures, multifunctional dimensions of customer service. Next one, multifunctional dimensions of customer service. First one, time. Time means usually order fulfillment cycle time. Next, dependability, the guaranteed fixed delivery time of accurate or undamaged orders. Next, communications, easy of order taking and queries of response. Next one, flexibility to the orders fulfillment, the ability to recognize the response to a customer changing needs. Concepts in logistics. Next one, the concepts in logistics. Input into logistics. What are the inputs into the logistics? First one, natural resource. Second one, human resource. Third one, financial resource. Fourth one, information resource. These four resources are the concepts of input of the logistics. Next, logistics management. Raw material, in process inventory, finished goods. These three: raw material, in process inventory, finished goods. These are the systems through the production of goods from the supplier to the customer. What are the activities involved in the logistics? Customer service, demand forecasting, distribution communication, inventory control, material handling, order processing, part and service support, plant and warehouse site selection, procurement, packing, return goods handling, salvage and scrap disposal, traffic transportation, warehousing, storage. Next, output of logistics. Marketing orientation, place utility, efficiency, movement to the customer. Efficient movement to the customer. Priority assets. Next, logistics fields. the given service performed by the logistician. Who is logistician? The logistician who is responsible for the logistics, the goods of the main field of the customer. From the main field of the logistics can be broken down as flows: procurement logistics, distribution logistics, after sales logistics, disposal logistics, reverse logistics, green logistics, global logistics, concentric service, ramp serve logistics, assets control logistics, POS logistics, POS material logistics, emergency logistics, production logistics. From this, procurement logistics consists of activities such as market research, procurement planning, make or buying the decisions from the supplier or manufacturer, or the manufacturing to the supplier management, or ordering controlling. The targets in the procurement from the logistics might be coordinatory, maximizing the efficiency by concentrating on core competencies, outsourcing while they're maintaining the autonomy of the company. The minimizing the procurement cost will be while they maximize the security of the particular supply chain process. That is the procurement of the logistics. These activities of the main or buying decisions to be managed. Distribution logistics. Next one, distribution logistics. This is the delivery of the finished goods to the customer. The distribution logistics is the process to the delivery of the finished goods to the customer. That is end user. In the concerns of the order, processing, warehousing, transportation, distribution logistics is necessary because the time, place, quantity of production differ with the time, place, quantity of the consumption. This is called distribution logistics. Disposal logistics. It is a main function to reduce the logistics cost and enhance the service related to the disposal of waste pursued during the operation of business. From this, reverse logistics denotes all those operations related to the reuse of the products, that is called reverse logistics, and the materials. This reverse logistics process includes the management and the sales of surplus as well as products being returned to the vendors from vendors to buyers. The reverse logistics stands for all the operations related to reuse of the products and materials. In this, the process of planning, implementing and controlling the efficiency, the cost effective from the raw materials in process, inventory, finished goods and related information from the point of the consumption to the point of the origin, from the purpose of recapturing values of the proper disposal of the cost efficiency flow of the raw materials in process, inventory, finished goods and related information from the point of consumption. The point of consumption to the point of origin. The purpose of the recapturing values are the proper disposal. More precisely, reverse logistics is the process of moving the goods from the one place to reverse process. The typical final decision for the purpose of capturing value or proper disposal. The opposite of reverse logistics is forwarded logistics. It is called the reverse logistics is the forwarded logistics. Next, green logistics. Describe all the attempts to measure or minimize the ecological impact of logistics activities. This is the main activities of the forward and reverse flow of the activity. eco-friendly activity, that is called green logistics. RAM logistics. Next one, RAM logistics. The combine of both business logistics and military logistics, since it is the concern with highly complicated technology systems for which the reliability and availability and the maintainability are essential. For example, weapon systems and military supercomputers are the RAM logistics of examples. Next one, asset control logistics. These companies in the retail channels, both the organized retailers and suppliers often deploy assets required for the display, preservation, promotion of their production. Some examples are refrigerators, stands, display monitors, seasonal equipment, post stands, and frames. These are the assets control logistics. Next one, emergency logistics. In a term, we are using the logistics, supply chain, and the manufacturing industries to be denoted specific time critical modes of transportation. What are the modes to be used for the transportations? This transportation used to move the goods from the one place to another or objectives rapidly in the event of an emergency. The reason for enlightening the emergency logistics service could be a production delay or antiseptic production delay, or an urgent need for the specialized equipment to prevent the events such as aircraft being grounded, also known as aircraft of ground, that is called AOG, that is aircraft of ground, shipping being delayed, telecommunication failure. These are the emergency logistics service are typically sourced for the specialist provider. Next one, production logistics. Describe the logistics process within a value adding service. For example, the factory or a mill. The production logistics aim to ensure that each machines and workstations receives the right production in the right quantity and the quality at the right time. The concern is not the transportation itself, but to streamline and the control to the flow through value adding process and to eliminate non-value adding process. This is called the production logistics. From the production side, the process of the service of the adding system, value adding system is called the production of logistics. From this, the production logistics can operate in the existing as well as new systems. Manufacturing in an existing plant in a constantly changing process. Machines are exchanging and new ones added, which gives the opportunity to improve the production logistics from the system of accordingly the total production of the logistics. In main industries, example for the main mobile phones, for example, mobile phones, the short-term goal is a batch of size of one, allowing even a single customer demand to be fulfilling the effectively. For example, one customer order a product, that is example for mobile phones. The demand should be fulfilled by the effectively. Track and tracing, which is the essential of part production from the logistics due to the product safety and reliability issues, is also gaining the importance of, especially in the automotive and medical industry. That is the main thing to production logistics. Next one, classifications of distributions. From this, the classifications are the type of channel distributions, direct channels. From this, own retail shop, personal selling or door-to-doorstep delivery, mail order selling, automatic vending, franchise shops, telephone selling, that is called telemarketing, telephone selling, that is called telemarketing, exclusive stores, that is called specialty stores, that is called the specialty stores, e-marketing, online marketing. Next one, the classification, that is type of channels of distribution from the indirect channels. The merchandise agent and brokers works on commissions basis. The brokers working for the commission basis. The merchandise wholesalers or retailer, that is called the trade channels, who are working for the channel distributions. Next one, manager or producer, that is called manufacturer or producer, that is called producer, manufacturer, that is producer. Next, the process to the consumer or end user, the manufacturing or producer to consumer or end user. The process will be from manufacturer to the consumer or the producer to end user. Next one, manufacturer to producer, producer to wholesaler, wholesaler to consumer, that is called end user. Next one, manufacturer or producer, producer to retailer, retailer to consumer, consumer or end user. Next, manufacturer to producer, wholesaler. Next one, distributor, wholesaler or distributor, or retailer or consumer, consumer or end user. Next, manufacturer to producer, producer to wholesaler, wholesaler or distributor, distributor to semi-wholesaler or retailer or consumer to end user. Manufacturing to producer, next agent, agent or broker, broker to retailer, retailer to consumer, that is called end user. Manufacturer to producer, agent to broker, broker to wholesaler, wholesaler to retailer, retailer to consumer, that is called end user. The flow of the transportation from the logistics, these are the process from one type to another. It is called indirect channel distributions. Next, channel systems. First one, vertical marketing systems. From the channel systems, the vertical marketing system. A vertical marketing system is a distribution channel structure in which the producers, wholesalers, retailers act as a unified system. One channel member owns the other, has contract with them, and the power that they all the cooperative. The power of the all cooperative. The economics are achieved through size, bargaining power, and elimination of duplicated services. These are the vertical distribution. Next one, horizontal marketing systems. What are the horizontal marketing systems? A channel arrangement in which two or more companies to add one level join together to follow a new marketing opportunities to utilize the combined the business marketing systems to their resource and use their optimal is called horizontal marketing system. Hybrid marketing system. Next one, hybrid marketing system. A multi-channel distribution of system in which a single frame set up two or more marketing channels to reach one or more customer segment one time at same time. That is multi or hybrid marketing systems. Next, channel design decisions. In designing marketing channels, a manufacturer schedules between which is ideal and what is practical. Therefore, the design aspects should involve the following: analyzing the consumer needs, analyzing the consumer needs. The designing of the channel starts with finding out what values are consumers in various target segment are looking for the channels. The various target segment are looking from the channels. That is the channel designing decisions. Setting the channel objectives. What are the channels to design for the decisions for settings. Objectives. It must be effective or efficient. It must have low cost of implementation. It must have the better control. It must have the wide coverage. It must contribute to maximum overall profit. These are the objectives of the settings to be followed for the channel designing decisions. Channel designing decisions refers to the affecting choice of distribution channels. What are the channels to be affecting choice of distribution channels? Marketing factors, nature of the market, number of potential customers, geographic concentration, order size, product factors, unit value, preservable goods, technical nature of product production, technical nature of products, company factors, financial resource, managerial capabilities, desire for channel control, service provided by the seller. Service provided by the seller. These are the channel design decisions. Channel design decisions. Middleman factors, product launch, promotional scheme, market information, environmental factors, economic conditions, technological inventions, socio-cultural developments, political and legal design decisions, ethical factors and rival competitors channels. Next, identify the major alternative. Type of intermediates, number of intermediates, that is called incentives or exclusive or selective. Next, responsibility of each channel members. Next, evaluating the major alternatives. Economic criteria, control criteria, adaptive criteria. The channel management decisions, impact of the channel members, motivating the channel members, evaluating the channel members. These are the channel management decisions. Physical distribution and the logistics management. From the physical distribution, the marketing logistics involves the planning, implementing, controlling, and physical flow of materials. From the final goods are related to the information from the point of origin to the point of consumption to meet the customer requirement at the profit. For the meet the customer requirement for the profit, that is physical distribution, marketing, logistics. The logistics goal is to provide customer satisfaction and customer service, speedy and flexibly deliver the system, pre-sorting and pre-tagging of messages, order tracking information, and willingness to take back or replace the defective goods, the damaged goods or defective goods to the physical distribution. Main objective of the logistics system is to provide the customer satisfaction at least the cost. The main thing to provide the customer of satisfaction. Customer satisfaction is the main importance for the physical distribution. Distribution inventory. The elements of the logistics system, the solution, the storage and transportation, inventory control systems, logistics management information systems. These are the elements of the logistics system. From this, the objectives of the distribution, the storage and transportation. What is storage? The assure production and the packing quality and constant availability. This is storage. The same time, the transportation, the assure that the product arriving in the goods from good condition in the right place at the right time. This is transportation. Next one, the distribution, concentration of storage and transportation. What are the availabilities? Availability of the transportation, that is called vehicles, that is trucks. Next one, security during the transportation. Next one, security during storage. Sufficient storage space or capacity based on the procurement plan and the frequency of deliveries at the all level of the systems. Next, short shelf lift of the products. Next one, appropriate system for the storage of conditions from the cool chain, normal of the process. Objectives of inventory control system. Objectives of an inventory control system is to ensure the constant availability of product by defining the when the product should be ordered. For defining the when the product should be ordered. Next one, what quantity of the product should be ordered. Next, how to maintain adequate the quantities to meet the demand of the customer while the avoiding overstock or stock out of stock. Next one, inventory control systems. Maximum or minimum inventory control systems are defined by the month of the stocks. The average check for the month of the end. The systems are designed so stock quantities routinely fall between the minimum or maximum stock levels. The minimum stock levels includes the safety or buffer the stock. Any inventory control system or that is maximum or minimum or other must be taken into the account safety or buffer stock. That is inventory control system. From that, next, characteristics of channel of distribution. Characteristics of distribution channel cannot be over emphasized by the any structure of our imagination because without distribution channels, the marketing task would have remained incomplete. They have been remained incomplete. That is the main thing. The channel distribution channel should be imaged because of the distribution channel market task would be complete. From this, the characteristics of distribution channels. First one, characteristics. Second one, it requires a minimum of buyers and sellers. Besides this, it may include other middlemen. Middlemen means broker or agents. A basic transaction in distribution channel is the exchange of ownership or title of the goods. That is, middlemen play a very important role in the transfer of ownership or title of the goods. That is nothing but the middleman is agent or broker or distributor. From this, the distribution channel creates a transaction efficiency. A distribution channel may be simple or complex. Handshake agreement or large contracts between the wholesaler or manufacturer or broker or agent to the end user. The distribution channel may be long or short depending on the company's marketing requirement as well as the product of the company. Next one, the simple of the inventory. The primary role of the inventory stock system is to track your products and suppliers and effective system to keep the records of when you purchase the inventory. When the location of the inventory, this can be particularly important if you use your inventory in various departments. For example, a supply chain of rubber may pass through production. For example, a supply of a rubber may pass through the production, go to shipping and end up in a warehouse in a remote location. An effective system let us know the flow of the follow the way of inventory moves through your company. A effective system let you follow the way of inventory from one product moving through the company. Next one, preventing out of stock condition. How to prevent the out of stock condition? Your inventory system can alert you when you running a low on an item. The production is low means the preventing of out of stock condition will be occurred. So this allow you to order in a timely manner. So you don't have to turn the customer away if you run out if you run out. In the addition, you wouldn't have to order as much as back to the stock to keep the shelf of availability, because you can count out your inventory control system to alert before the out of stock condition. That will be level of drop to be a critical point of the condition. That is to prevent the out of stock conditions. Before alert the condition of out of stock. This is the main thing to the warehouse keeper work or manager of the warehouse. Avoiding the duplication. How to avoid the duplication? You can easily acquire too much of inventory by placing duplicate orders. This happens when an item is not on your storage shelf where it should be. If you assume you are out of stock, you will place another order. You place another order. An inventory control system avoids such duplication by letting you to know that you already have the item in stock in different locations, where the stock in different warehouse or different locations. That is the avoiding of duplications. Valuing inventory. An inventory control system can tell you the various price you pay for inventory throughout the year. Even if you bought a same item from several times at different prices, an inventory control system can track those prices so that you can know your average price of that particular item. This can help you to set the selling price and calculate your profit from the margin of the manufacturing of inventory. Next one, counting. With an inventory control system, you do not have to pay for the employees to physically count the items. You will know how to have all the time of based on the data in your system. How the data of you're balancing the systems. This can save a great deal of their money on the payroll for the inventory personnel. The storage of the advantages and disadvantages. From this, the centralized store or decentralized store. These are the items of the features. From this, the centralized store concept is to store all items at a central place and control the materials movement from this central place. That is called the centralized store. Where the decentralized store concept is moving the material to the respective consumer function directly to the point of use. That is called decentralized store. From this, the features of centralized store. What are the features active in the centralized store? Effective supervision and control. Issue at single point, reduce the cost of issues. Reduce the personnel requirement. Efficient layout for stores. Better handling technology. Better inventory checks. Maintain of optimum storage. Elaborate the documentations. Next one, advantages. The variety of goods can be supplied to all users from one small location. That is the main advantage. Less powerment will be required. Better control of materials is possible. Material handling will be easy. Wastage and deterioration of materials will be less. These are the advantages. Next one, disadvantages from the centralized stores. It may not be suitable for large manufacturing concerns. More stock will be required for shipping and transportation of the materials to various production units. Next one, record keeping is difficult. These are the disadvantages of centralized stores. From this, next one, features of decentralized stores. Reduce the handling, customer friendly, fewer production stoppages, visual management is easier. From this, the advantage, reduce the material handling and association cost. Less change of bottlenecks and delays. Convenient for every department to draw materials from less transportation timing. Next one, disadvantages from the decentralized store. Coordination and control of all decentralized store is a challenge to the management. Labor utilization may suffer due to low store activity level. These are the disadvantages. Next one, some other types of storage. What are some other types of storages? As per the types of material storages, first one, raw material stores, component stores, work in process stores, finished goods stores, semi-finished goods stores, tools store, die crib, consumable material stores. From this, as per the nature of material stores, LPG stores, chemical stores, hazardous material stores, refrigerator material stores are follows. As for the functions of storage, receiving stores, central stores, general stores, sub stores. These are the stores from the some other kind of stores to be maintained by the logistics. Next one, store layouts. What are the store layouts? The physical agreement of stores, facilities for efficient receipt, storage and issues of materials is called the layout of stores. From this, in a improperly arranged stores, the materials are properly maintained and involved from the minimum or handling of optimum utilization of the process of space. That is called store layout. Next one, the factors affecting the store layouts. What are the affecting of the factors? The type of stock, volume of stock, availability of space, physical factors. These are the factors affecting for the store layouts. Next one, store systems. Outdoor store systems. The store's materials is held under the lock and key. Entry into the stores is restricted authorized persons only, because the physical movement of the materials is only with the authorized documents only from the person who authorized the process of the condition. From the maximum security and tight control on movement are featured on this system. Open store system. In this system, material is stored near point of use and there is restricted on consumption. Control passes on the operation department. That is called open store system. Next one, inventories. What are the inventories? Raw materials, work in process, finished goods, service inventory, transportations. First one, raw materials. From the manufacturer, focus on the supply inventory in their factory. But the storage really starts with raw materials, the goods that can come from your supplier and their suppliers. If you cannot see the manage raw materials, you cannot control what you will make over the next week, quarter week, or next year. So, for example, the multi-billion-dollar enterprise saw its entire business shut down for 4 days because it ran out of pallets. Yes, the pallets, the company managers neglected to see the pallets as part of its supply inventory, and they paid for the lack of visibility with these jobs. These are the raw materials from the example for the multi-billion-dollar of enterprises. Next one, yeah, work in process. The goods built in your factory or that particular factory these days, perhaps in the contract manufacturer factory, constitute the second type of supply inventory. In 1990s, the push to implement ERP, that is enterprise revenue planning system, was really an effect to begin the coordinating this form of supply chain, that is supply. But the need to see the control this inventory as grow exponentially with the global production and all its regularity mandates. Next one, finished goods. This third inventory can gain to control their own warehouse or distributors. Many of the world leading companies do not yet have a handle on finished goods because during the recent meeting at one of the big three automakers, for example, managers were bringing their hands because they could not see the finished goods. When the customer wanted their instant of blue, satellite radio instant of CDs, four-wheel drive instant of sunroofs, the automaker was helpless to respond. This is for finished goods. Next one, service inventory. If you thought managing distribution inventory was tough, break yourself for these four inventories. That is, the service is just now being the recognized for the what it is another type of supply. The service inventory is critical and need to be expertly managed by the service providers. If not, you wouldn't be able to use it, leverage the part sales. You cannot be able to use the failure analysis to design better products, and you could be end up in jail if you cannot comply with recycling mandatory and other global regulation. If your product end up as a super fun site at the bottom of the Rio Grande. For example, it is your problem, not the recycler. It is the problem from the company, not from the recycler. Next one, transportation. The fifth inventory class may come as a surprise to some. Transactional transportation. The fifth inventory class may come as a surprise to the sub. That is, traditionally, the supply chain has been defined as a set of inventories connected by the transportation. But the transportation is reality with the 5 inventories. In the transit routes account for somewhere between the 5% to 20% of companies' revenues from the transportation. In transit routes are on your books or the books of your trading partners. It is real inventory that just happens to be sitting on the plane, train, automobile, or ship instead of its warehouse. At most companies today, in transit inventory is managed by a dozen different people with 100 different carriers in the 1,000 different ways without the enterprises level visibility into the goods. One e-commerce company can, for instance, nearly missed its quarterly revenue numbers because one shipment have not arrived because it didn't see those goods as inventory. The company was not focusing on the correct title transfer terms and conditions. Another company saw a huge return shipment arrive on its dock on the last day of quarter of its revenue because it lacked visibility from the prepared for the necessity of financial surprise. These are the huge issues for which the business is largely or ill prepared, and the demand source feature complicated for the things. The customer demand is at the core of a new model for a supply chain and the demand. In this model, the customer still interact with a brand, but the transaction flow directly to whichever source of supply but meets their needs. The demand signal is received without the source stream and the serve from the most effective location. It is a very important for the effective location of the company to the customer demands. All members of the supply system must work together to satisfy the customer requirement. Thank you.